that we're tape people.
Amen.
Those are words. He says you got to live the life.
Amen.
That's the key right there. Did you hear him? He says, well, I go to church. Don't mean that. I listen to the message. Don't mean that.
Amen.
I'm trying to live a good life and trying to live for the Lord. Don't mean that. He said you got to apply that token. That token has to be inside of you. That word has to be inside of you. He says that the world has to see that token displayed in front of you. You want the whole world to see the token, that message living in you. It's not words, it's a life. But the prophet warned us. He said, what are we doing? I mean, on the token, he's the greatest message. And he tells us tonight that he preached. He says, he warned us, he says, quit your fussing.
Amen.
Wow, that really struck me. He says, quit your fussing with one another. He says, pray for one another.
Amen.
Quit the fussing and pray for one another. But we keep judging people. We keep condemning people. It's in our nature that we do it.
Yes.
I'm guilty. You might not be, but I'm guilty of doing it, of judging and condemning people. And it's, oh my goodness. Did you hear what they're doing? I just can't believe. Look at her dress. Did you see her come to church in that dress? It was so tight on her. I mean, I can't believe it. Do you know where they went for their vacation? Oh, they're doing this. Oh, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. They have such an attitude. They've got just such an attitude. They're so smirking. Is it the truth? It's the truth, what it is they're doing, you know. We need to get desperate. Pray for those people. Not condemn them. He said, pray for one another. We get desperate and pray for one another when they're falling down, when they're making mistakes, when they're not doing. Who are we? We're supposed to be praying for them. When you get down on your knees and you start praying for people, something changes in your life. If you've ever experienced that, it's the greatest thing there is when you start praying for somebody else. And here comes the biggie. Did you hear they don't stream? They actually go to Nathan Bryant's church. They're out. They're out if they're not streaming. Yeah, I thought it would be pretty quiet. It's the truth. It's the truth. You don't see it my way, it's the highway. You don't see it that this is it. I believe this is the truth. Do I want the world streaming? Praise the name of the Lord. I want them to hear the message of the hour, not Joseph Branham. I want them to hear the message of the hour. But they're doing what they feel led of the Lord to do. We're doing what we feel led of the Lord to do. This is what we feel is the will of God for us to do. They have to do what they feel led of the Lord to do. We don't condemn them. Brother Branham said, love them, love one another. Pray for them, not in sincerity, is praying out before the Lord. That's my brother and sister. If Brother Branham enough that he said, be praying for the Methodists, the Baptists, and the Presbyterians. Did he say that? He told us to do that. Pray for them out there. How much more for somebody that claims to believe the message of the hour? They've loved this message. Amen. Amen. Praise the Lord. When we put that into practice, then that's getting desperate. The Lord will bring us together, unite us together. We don't know who is and who isn't. I just worry about me. We're so busy worrying about everybody else, just worry about me. And I want to be desperate. And that's what he's teaching us tonight. If we get desperate, God will truly move on the scene as if we do. Praise the name of the Lord. Let me read you a quote. What Brother Branham said the other night on the token. Now, you people that's listening to this on tape, he's talking to us.
Amen.
You women, you men listening a minute, If you ever believe me, you believe me now. That's pretty strong words coming from the prophet of God.
Amen.
If you believe me now. It's time to quit fussing with one another. Believe the message of the Bible. Believe Jesus Christ and love and honor and respect one another. Men, respect your wives. You respect your homes. Listen to this. Bring your homes together, because remember, this lamb was for the home, not just one, but for the whole to be brought in. Amen. That's prayer meetings. That's why we're having prayer meetings. Get our homes together, our families together. Everything had to be brought in. We should love one another. Believers should separate ourselves from the world. Notice, they were not just come together to talk about the message. They come together to apply the blood, apply the token. And that's what we're here for tonight, is to come to apply the token. That life. Who wants more of that life? Amen. We're going to have a wonderful opportunity here tonight. I'm sorry for talking so much, and that, as I always tell you, I love the message, but the most important part is to come to hear the word. And if we've come prepared to hear the word, God's going to do wonderful things for us tonight. And we say it's another red letter night. It is another red letter night.